Okay, let's continue. The process of building an expert system. How can you build an expert system? When you are being asked as an artificial intelligence student, what is an expert system? What are the components of an expert system? How does an expert system work? And what will you do, or what processes will you follow to build an expert system? One, process of building an expert system. One, determine the characteristics of the problem. That's the point one. Determine the characteristics of the problem. Note, you as an AI student, you are building a machine. One, determine the characteristics of the problem. Now, take note of this. As an artificial intelligence student, when we started, I first introduced you guys to an algorithm, whereby I told you an algorithm, it is the step-by-step way of solving a problem. Here lies the case we are coming to build a system, an expert system. The first process or the first step you need to make is to determine the characteristics of the problem. So, for example, we are building an expert system for a medical hospital. Now, this system we are going to build is going to actually take care of people with dentist problem with their teeth. Now, our first step says determine the characteristics of the problem. How will you know that in fact this person is suffering from a medical issue concerning dentist? We will need to know, or we will need to feed our system with characteristics of that specific problem. We can't build an expert system in regards to a dentist problem where we will be feeding the characteristics with, let me say, something, let me say, with regards to stomach. So you are feeding your data, your knowledge base with cholera characteristics. In fact, you are going to build a faulty system, and you are going to actually kill humans. Make sure you determine the sole characteristics of the problem your machine is going to solve. Next one, knowledge engineer. Now, as you are building your system, the first one is you get the characteristics of the problem. The second point you are to note is for you to find a knowledge engineer. Knowledge engineer. Now, the knowledge engineer and domain expert will work in coherence to define the problem. We are going to build a system, in fact, artificial intelligence system, which is going to solve dentist problems. We need to find a knowledge-based expert. There is no way you are building a system or a model or artificial intelligence system with regards to dentists, then you are going to a farmer for a knowledge. You will build a faulty system. You get the right experts, then you get to know the right engineer to integrate all these your three components as you see on my screen. That's the user interface, then the engine, the rules engine, and the knowledge base. One, you will determine the characteristics of the problem your machine or your system is going to solve. Two, you are going to find a domain expert. When I talk about domain, that's the problem you are going to solve. An expert in that problem. So we are building dentist machine. We obviously would have to go to a dentist. You go to a dentist, we get the knowledge, enough knowledge about dentistry. So we come and keep it in our knowledge base. Right. We should have a knowledge engineer. This knowledge engineer is going to translate the knowledge into a computer understandable knowledge. In fact, he will design an inference engine, a reasoning structure which can use knowledge when needed. Take note, let me break this down for you. We are building an expert system. So concerning a dentistry. One, we would have to know the main problem you are going to solve, the characteristics of the main problem you are going to solve. So here we know that whenever someone comes and complains with the teeth, any problem with the teeth, it means the person should come to our system. Okay, we've defined our characteristics. The next thing to do is to find a domain expert. That's someone who is an expert in that field. So we go to a dentist who is very good. Then we get all the knowledge about dentistry, how they work, how they detect, how this is done. When we see this, what does it mean? We get all this knowledge. Now, after getting the knowledge, we need to get a knowledge engineer. Now, this is what the knowledge engineer is going to do. In fact, the knowledge you've gotten from the dentist, remember, the machine you are building don't understand that knowledge. So you went to the dentist says, when the person comes and let me say gets profuse bleeding among the gum, that's we call it periodontal disease or something. Yes, it's called this, it's called scurvy, it's called this, it's called that. Now, with this language the expert has given you, when you give this language to the machine is never going to understand this. You need to get a knowledge engineer. The knowledge engineer is going to translate this knowledge into a computer understandable language. In fact, he is going to design the inference engine. That's the middle layer, a reasoning structure which can use knowledge when needed. Let me take you over this diagram for those who just joined. An expert system is a system that actually processes in high complexity in solving very challenging problems. Now, these are the components of an expert system. We have the user interface, the rules engine, and we have the knowledge engine or the knowledge base. That's the same as the knowledge database. How does this work? The knowledge database is a knowledge acquired from a certain expert, then stored it here. Now, this user interface is where the user is going to interact with our system. So the user will come and start typing at the user interface, says, okay, I actually experience bleeding my gum when I brush my teeth, or when I start chewing something, I start to feel pains. Now, the user interface is going to take all these requests or all these problems, send it using this arrow, send it to this engine. This is the main engine of your system. Now, when it gets to this main engine, this is what happens. This engine keeps the response here. Then this engine goes to this database, fetches knowledge, and brings it back to the engine. Now, it tries to compare the the request from the user and the knowledge gotten here and draw patterns within this. Then after that, it formulate conclusions and make predictions and decisions. After everything, an advice is sent to the user here to let me tell you, so it will tell the user, okay, based on the analysis, you are suffering from this. Therefore, go to a pharmacist and request for vitamin C or this. This is how the expert system works. Right. Now, we are building an expert system. The first thing you need to do, one, is to actually know the characteristics of the system you are going to build. What do you want your system to be? Is it a system which is going to solve food crisis, or my dentist crisis, or climate crisis? Now you define the characteristics of the problem. So here I'm saying a dentist crisis. After that, I get my knowledge database. With this knowledge database, it is empty. So I go to an expert. For me, I go to a dentist, get every knowledge about dentistry, come and store it here. Perfect. After that, I get an engineer, a knowledge engineer, who is going to integrate this knowledge to this engine and this engine to the interface, so that the person will integrate all these three my systems together. Okay. Up to here, who don't understand?
So,
Yes, Gordon.
um, I've understood, but for me to get you right, creating an expert system, you need an assistant from someone who is, how do you call, knowledge based or what? Because after getting my characteristics, my features of my problem, and I've been to an expert to make inquiries, it looks like you are trying to. I have to get to someone, an engineer, software engineer or what, to
Yes.
input to the.
So,
Okay.
okay, it depends on you. If you can actually integrate, it's fine. So, but here, what I'm trying to say is get a knowledge or someone with the knowledge of integration. If you have the knowledge and you can integrate all your three components, you can go ahead and build your system. If you don't, you can sort outside for a knowledge engineer.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any question again? Right. Let's continue. Okay. The next thing we are coming to take a look at is we are coming to, in fact, differentiate between a human expert and an expert system. In fact, why would someone decide to visit an expert system instead of a human expert? So, for example, I've opened my company. My company uses machines like expert system to solve dentist problems. I'm not a dentist. Take notes. I'm not a dentist, but I have a company that uses machines to solve anybody who has a teeth issue. Okay, and we also have real dentist hospitals also there, whereby you go and find a dentist, a human dentist there. Why should someone choose my company over the expert, that's the human being? Again, why would someone or the user or the patient choose an expert system over a human expert? One, the human expert is perishable. The human expert is perishable. In fact, okay, someone is asking a question. Um, Good reliability. Okay. Very good, Kekeli. Kekeli says good reliability. Yes, it's also part. Okay, I think I should give you the chance to voice out. So, in fact, bring me some ideas. Why would someone, please voice out what you think. Why would someone choose an expert system over a human expert? Or why would someone choose my expert system of dentist over a real dentist? Please bring out with your ideas. Kekeli says reliability. Yes, reliability. Reliability is very good because in an expert system, it's so reliable to the extent that it doesn't make mistake. Humans, we are prone to make mistakes. Anyone? Anyone again? Naomi, why do you think someone would choose artificial expert or my expert system over a human expert? Any idea? Yes.
Say,
Yes, got it.
I also think it's less expensive.
Okay. Yes. Okay. You also have a point because sometimes you visit a dentist. Please, I'm using a dentist as me, I'm building an expert system in dentistry. So I'm using a dentist. You can also build an expert system in other field. Don't think expert system is only built in dentistry. No, you can build in climate, in farming, that's in agriculture, everywhere, every field you can build an expert system. So after this course or this program, you can actually sit down and design an expert system to make money from it. Okay, but there you have a point. You have a point in dentistry. You see, today you visit the dentist, you say, okay, the total cost is about 10,000. Okay, the next day you go, you say 12,000. Not, but with the machine, every time you go, it is 10,000. So you also have a point. You also have a point. Okay, now let's quickly move on. Time is running. Okay, so one, the human expert is perishable. In fact, humans, we are the most fragile element on this universe. So today you visit this dentist called Kwame. Tomorrow you go there, oh, I'm looking for dentist Kwame. Dentist Kwame is now a funeral. He's dead. Maybe when you go, it's because of dentist Kwame you go, or he is very good. The next time you go, he's dead. What will you do? Does it mean you are going to stick with the disease forever? So humans, we are perishable, whilst the artificial expert system or the expert system is permanent. So you can build your expert system even from you can retire, go on pension, your grandchildren can still come and run this expert system and still generate the amount of revenue it generates. So expert systems are permanent, whilst human experts are perishable. Today you go and see the doctor, tomorrow you go there, you give a description of the doctor, they will say, oh, he has been buried. Humans are perishable. The next thing is difficult to transfer. Difficult to transfer. That's a human expert. In fact, in human experts, when a doctor, let me say a doctor or a dentist doctor, will go to school for about 7 years, and after the 7 years, will become a doctor. For you to be like him, you have to go through this training. But in an expert system, if you want to build a new expert system, you just copy the whole data and installed it in a new machine that we just build an expert system in minutes. So an expert system is transferable, whilst human expert is difficult to actually transfer, or it takes time to actually get such a doctor again. It will take 7 years to get such a doctor again. Okay, the next thing to consider is difficult to document human expert. In fact, we are humans and doctors in my field, so I'm saying in that field, it's very difficult to actually pen things down. You'll be, because you maybe a day you are a dentist, you'll be having a lot more customers, they are trooping in, trooping out. You'll be working entirely tirelessly. By the time you realize you didn't write not even a dot down, and you couldn't even remember what you did. But with expert system, whatever it is being done, it has been programmed, so it can be easily traced how it is being done or documented down. So human experts difficult to document, expert systems easy to document. Now the next thing is human experts, they are unpredictable. Human experts are unpredictable, whilst expert systems are very consistent. With human experts, this is it. Today you go, he's in the good mood. Or today you go, he does the job so well. The doctor does the job so you are fine, you are kicking. The next time you go, the doctor do the job some way. So you'll be returning, you feel like you are okay, you feel like you are not okay, you feel like, so human experts, they are unpredictable. Whilst the machine, the same way the machine will do for you today is the same way it will do for you tomorrow. They are very consistent. Okay. Now, our last point here is human experts are very expensive. Human experts are very expensive. In fact, as I said, in fact, Gode gave us an example. Human experts, you go, the prices differ. So the human expert will be like, oh, fuel prices has increased, this has increased, and so this, go and pay this, go and buy this, go and do this. With an expert system, it is definite. But you see, in the human expert system, your brother will go in the morning, he or she will be charged 6,000 Ghana cedis. You will go in the afternoon with the same problem, you will be charged 7,000 Ghana cedis. But with an expert system, irrespective of the time or the day or the season you go, the amount is fixed. All right, any question?
Say,
Yes.
since the expert system is created by someone, can't the amount be changed when you talk of the prices? So here like the case, there are fuel price changing, fuel and then other stuffs.
Yes. Now, in an expert system, we set everything with it. So meaning when a human changes it, it's going to apply to wherever will come in that time frame. But here comes with the human expert system, within the next 5 minutes, he says this caused this. Within the next minute, he is trying to change the course. Or he can actually do like, this one will come in the morning with the same problem, we charge this. This one will come in the next minute to be like, oh, this one, it took a lot of time, so I'm charging more than that. Meanwhile, it is the same problem. Do you get it?
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
I get you. Sometimes, guy, at least like when you go to other shops to buy things early in the morning, the price is different. But when you go in the evening to buy it, so mostly we guys we go and then buy maybe dresses and then shoes in the evening because we know they will decrease the price. But when you
Yes.
go in the morning, the price is different. I get you now, sir.
Yes.
Thank,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any question, please, before we move on? So, in fact, I want you to apply this knowledge. I'm giving you an assignment. Go and sit down. In fact, in any of a field you can take, think of something. In fact, draw down an expert system. Think of something and actually draw an expert system down. Please submit it to me in a Word document form. Not don't make it so wordy. Don't type many words to me. Just some basic or simple expert system. Design an expert system. Design an expert system in any field. It can be agriculture, it can be IT field, it can be health sector, transportation, climate, everything. Any field, design a simple expert system for me, and I will go through, try and apply it, the knowledge you've gained here. Okay, let's move on. Now, we are going to look, the next thing we are going to look here is advantages of an expert system and limitations of an expert systems. Then we will take a final look of applications of an expert system. We are going to move very fast. Okay, now advantages of an expert system. In fact, one, it improves decision quality. It improves decision quality. Since our system we build, we've actually gathered enough data from an expert. Verify the data, know that okay, this is this is that. There is no way what we've stored in our knowledge base is going to change. A is A and B is B. Hence, it improves every decision our system is going to make, meaning it improves decision quality. When our expert system makes decision, you can say, okay, this decision is proven and valid, and it is of high quality. Okay, next point, cuts the expense of consulting experts for problem solving. In fact, sometimes you will need to consult an expert somewhere. The expert has traveled, this and that. No, with an expert system, it's just straightforward. Go interact with the user interface, you will get your feedback within minutes or within seconds without spending much. Another one, offers consistent answer for repetitive problem. This is very vital. Today you visit a dentist. The dentist will say, okay, you are suffering from this, go and buy this. Tomorrow you go with the same problem, says, okay, go and buy this, different medicine. Tomorrow, the next day you go, you say, okay, go and buy different something. With an expert system, in fact, it's actually consistent answer for the repetitive problem. If it is bleeding gum you brought, in fact, every day, every time you bring that problem, is going to give you that particular remedy. It's not like it's going to change this, going to change that. Okay. Helps you get fast and accurate answers. Obvious. It's, of course, you get fast and accurate answers with an expert system. The ability to solve complex and challenging issues. Expert systems is built to solve complex issues. It has the ability to actually analyze complex situations and actually solve your problem for you. In fact, artificial intelligence expert system can steadily work without getting emotional, tensed, or fatigued. This is obvious. A human expert, you go there, the person will say he or she is tired, or is going for a lunch, going for break, going for this, or is on break, is on strike, is on vacation. With an expert system, it works 24/7. Limitations of an expert system. Limitations of an expert system. In fact, whatever is good, somewhere or the other, we have its other side. Unfortunately, it is unable to make creative response in an extraordinary situation. Unfortunately, it is unable to make creative response in an extraordinary situation. Now, in one way you can't compare a natural expert to an expert system is a dentist can use a different skill to solve a problem, but your expert system is going to use just the knowledge in it to solve the problem. So someone is feeling slight headache. We all know headache. Maybe you go and take paracetamol or Panadol. You go to the system will go straight to the point. Go and take Panadol or paracetamol. You visit the doctor will be like, have you eaten? Or have you taken enough water? Try and eat early or try and get enough sleep. So with this, the doctor is more creative since it is an artificial intelligence. Its creativeness is very low because it is making decisions from stored knowledge. Okay, the next thing is errors in the knowledge base can lead to wrong decision. In fact, the machine or the model you are going to build, if you make a mistake in the knowledge base, in fact, it will lead the machine in making wrong decision. This is obvious. Okay, maintenance cost of an expert system is too expensive. Of course, the system you spend so much to build, its maintenance is going to take much to maintain it, but it doesn't easily get spoiled. And once it gets spoiled, it's going to take much to maintain it. Okay, the next point is each problem is different. Therefore, the situation from a human expert can also be different and more creative. Yes, so this one is the same as the first one. You see, a doctor can find a very creative way to solve your problem. But with a machine, the machine will just give you a specific way. Do this and you will be healed. A doctor can heal you even without making you take medicine. But the machine, since it has been programmed and it has a knowledge database, is going to make decisions straightly from the knowledge database. Hence, its creativeness is very low. So these are the limitations of an expert system. Any question? Our last topic before we have 4 minutes to end the class. I'll be very quick. We won't join again, so I'll be very quick. Okay. Applications of an expert system. 1. Information management. In information management, you can use expert system. 2. Hospitals and medical facilities. You can use expert systems. Help desk management. We have employee performance evaluation. We have loan analysis. We have virus detection. We have useful for repair and maintenance projects. Warehouse optimization. Planning and scheduling. Configuration of manufactured objects. Financial decision-making knowledge. We have process monitoring and control. We have supervised operation of plant and controller. So in industry that uses plants, those plants like processing things. You can use expert systems to control all this. Stock market trading, expert system. We have airline scheduling and cargo schedule. Those that when you are traveling and you are using air, the scheduling, they all use expert systems. And cargo, that's the shipping industry, they also use expert systems. So your assignment is go think deeply. Next week by this time, I should get all your your assignments in my DM. In fact, sit down and try and bring up an expert system. In fact, you'll be proud of yourself when you actually go for a job or something, then you show what you did. But in fact, you actually brought up an expert system. Right? Any question? I'll load this video, this recording to Blue Coder Club, then they will upload it to their channel so that we'll share the link with you guys for those who couldn't join. Thank you very much for joining this session. Have a great evening.